Yeah, it's just me and you.
Well, welcome again. Today we're continuing with lessons that we've learned as we've been married. Been married for almost 30 years. This is my husband, Greg. And my name is Grace. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of nurturing mind, body, and spirit, and this being a really valuable thing to do so as to be able to function well together in our marriage. When you think of nurturing mind, body, and spirit, and how that's been important for you, Greg, how would you say that that's been an important thing for you in our marriage?
It's essential, because unless you continue to grow in all aspects of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, you're going to falter. So one of the things that has helped me tremendously is to be resilient when there's difficult situations, is to know I have a place to retreat to, and that is a quiet time in the morning, or taking a walk together or separately, and just having time to think through and process some of the things that had happened, and to begin to plan or consider your dream, your goals that you brought into the relationship, and to begin to build upon the foundation that you have established. So that's very important, it's essential.
Yes, I certainly agree. It's interesting. So when you think of nurturing mind, body, and spirit, and life is so stressful. There's so many things that you figure you need to get taken care of to function well as a couple and as a family. You have to go to work. You have to make sure the stuff at home is taken care of in terms of taking care of children, taking care of the house, all stuff like that. Oftentimes we kind of tend as humans to neglect ourselves, put ourselves on the back burner,
Yes.
and it takes its toll after
Yes.
a while.
Yes, it does.
And it certainly does take its toll as far as as a couple being able to connect well together. So I've come to understand the value of making sure that you're as healthy as possible physically, and that, of course, does include taking care of yourself with regards to what you're eating and all that, as well as getting exercise. I've really come to appreciate how incredibly important exercise is. And also, as I have been exercising, and I'm sure, similarly as you exercise, you realize that it's exercising your body physically, but it's also a way of addressing and managing how your mind and even your spirit feels in terms of the reduction in stress and all of that. And then the aspect of mind, body, and spirit, so the spiritual part. Of course, personally, we are people of faith, and I just believe that that's such a solid kind of base to our relationship that we are of like mind when it comes to that, and we can call on our faith and our beliefs as we deal with whatever comes up in life.
Yes. And again, that's what's very, very important, because we have some common things, some common elements, some common structures that we can lean on, guide us, continue to nurture us also. I think it's extremely important.
In order for a couple to really make sure that they are doing the important thing of nurturing mind, body, and spirit, you have to be intentional, I feel.
Absolutely.
And so, to me, that means setting aside time to do the things that help to nurture mind, body, and spirit.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Especially when you're always going to have something that comes up, an emergency or a situation that wasn't planned for, that may end up taking the whole day. And by the time you finish with that, you're back at home and you're tired. You just want to kick back and relax, and you've got to make the bed that morning, so you've already coming into your room with things in disarray, and that's when you got to pull things back together, come back, say, listen, let's pick up the pieces and start over again.
Clearly there are times when, yes, there are emergencies, but as best as possible on an everyday basis, if we can carve out specific times. You mentioned like the morning, and I find that that's really, to me, a beautiful time, a valuable time, before we rush into the day, to take some time to just, start the day off right.
Yes. And that's where I get my best ideas. We talk about teamwork and making the dream work. But for me, getting my best ideas come early in the morning when it's nice and quiet. Things haven't started to kick in yet. The dog is still asleep. It's just a wonderful time when you can connect, especially we talk about nurturing your spirit. It's a good time for that. It's a good time to reconnect with that dream. How am I going to move it forward today? How do we move together as a unit? What ideas can I put in place right now?
Well, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you all for being here and for spending these few moments with us as we've talked about how important it is to nurture mind, body, and spirit. We'll continue with our conversation, so check back later. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Check us out on our blog. We look forward to seeing you the next time.
You know what? Oh, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I'm beginning to enjoy this part of it.
Okay.
I think I can do this. Thank you very much.
All right. For joining us today, we're continuing with our conversations, lessons.
My battery died. That's all I saw.
I see.